Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is July 27, 2012. There's a lot to cover. Let's get right into the charts here. First, we'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures, which are trading higher by 8 points. So another little pop there in the futures market. There was some GDP data released just a little while ago. Markets are liking it at the moment. However, it probably does remove the QE3 off the table for now. So we'll see how long this market does stay afloat. One thing you want to notice here is the U.S. dollar index is starting to catch a little bit of a bid off that news. So again, dollar goes higher, usually the markets go lower, and we'll see how the market reacts going forward. Yesterday the market did have a mega rally, all on the back of a dollar decline. You can see how the dollar sold off sharply. Pretty interesting if Europe is going to inflate that the dollar goes down, but you think that the euro goes down, but that's not the case. So in any case, in any matter, the dollar is getting a little bit of an uptick here today, but futures are moving higher. Decent little pop on the futures after that GDP news, up 1.5%. I don't know if it really makes a big difference. Really what it does is it removes QE3 off the table for now, in my opinion, but we'll see how it all plays out and shakes out. Let's take a look at a couple of other things out there in the market today. You do have oil trading higher by 45 cents to around the 89.85 level. Take a look at the USO quickly here. You'll see USO down ticking now that the dollar is upticking. So, but either way, USO trading around 33.51. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD was trading around 158. Remember yesterday I said 158 would be a resistance point. And you can see that the gold is starting to pull back a little bit after tagging 158 this morning. It looks like spot gold is up about 10 points, 11 points at the moment to 16.30 an ounce, and we'll see how that plays out a little bit later. If the dollar gets a bid, though, expect gold and expect oil to both pull back a little bit. All right, would not be surprised to see that today. Some stocks in the news. Let's go through these. First, we're going to start off with CSTR, Coinstar. This one is trading down pretty decently today. Closed at $59.22, trading at $50.90. This is a pretty good fall, but Coinstar will have some support at $50.50. If that level fails, it watch 46.02, but there are some bounce areas there. Also, could have a little bit of support right around the 49.40 level. So, but watch that, $50.50, and I think 46.02. It may even, move down to around the 49.40 level. That's a possibility as well. Let's take a look at NETG. NTGR is the ticker symbol. Stock is getting hammered this morning. Closed at $35, trading at 29 bucks now. Make that 28.50. Pretty good decline here. Watch for support at a couple levels. There is support in this 28.50 area. However, there's going to be more support at 26.80. So 26.80. 25.80, and then ultimately down to the 22.40 level. So watch those levels. This is a strong gap down. You got to be careful with this stock, trying to nibble on this one because it is a strong gap down. Let's take a look at Starbucks, everybody's favorite coffee house. Let's take a look here. Stock is getting hammered this morning. Closed at $52.40, trading at $47.25. Here's your levels for Starbucks. Starbucks is a decently strong gap down. I would watch the 45.29 area. I would watch 45.29, and then after that it's going to be 41.22. So those are going to be your levels for Starbucks, in my opinion, and we'll see how that plays out. So again, 45.29, and then it's going to be 41.22 for Starbucks. Let's take a look at Groupon, GRPN, everybody's coupon. This stock is getting hammered again this morning. I don't really think there's a reason to touch this stock. It's trading down $6.30. Leave it alone. Let it go down. Probably wants to go to $5. That's all I could say about that one. Let's take a look at Facebook, everybody's favorite social network. Facebook getting slammed this morning, trading down to $23.25. I calculated some levels today because this stock hasn't been around a long time. It's only been around since the 18th of May. So we don't have a lot of technical levels to work off of, and this is a new all-time low. But watch 22.50, 22.25. There could be a little bit of support there to nibble on Facebook, in my opinion. But again, there's not very good technicals out here, so I have to give you fair warning. You never know if they could break a little bit lower before it bounces. But I think it's going to find some support around that 22.50, 22.25 level. Maybe a potential bounce trade for those of you that are ultra aggressive If you're not, leave this thing alone because we don't have good technical data to work off of, being that it's really just a new issue. It's only been around for about 3 months now. So we'll see how that plays out. But I'm thinking right now 22 and a quarter, 22.50. There will be some support. Let's take a look at Deckers Outdoors. Deckers getting a nice little pop today. Closed at 42.13 yesterday. I do not see this thing getting above 51. I think 51 is a wall of resistance, just a wall of resistance, and we'll see how that plays out. But I have a hard time thinking that Deckers gets above 51. Looks more like a dead cat bounce to me. This stock ultimately probably wants to go down to the 35 level. But right now, good pop, and it's getting a nice bid. The bid is fairly strong, so the gap up is fairly strong. But 51 still looks like a ton of resistance. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to get through there at the moment, but it's a strong gap, so you got to be careful on trying to short scalp it there. But 51 still looks like a real good resistance point, at least at the moment. Let's take a look at Expedia this morning. EXPA, everybody's online travel company. Stock's getting a nice bid, trading up at 52.70 after closing at 45.71. I don't know if there's a lot of strength here. 52.75, in my opinion, is the daily chart resistance level. Maybe it's 53, and then you're going to have $55 on the weekly chart. I would not be jumping in Expedia right here. It's not a bad gap up. It's fairly strong, but the stock just looks drained and tired. I'm not sure if it has a lot of strength at these levels here. Be a little bit careful with Expedia. I would not be chasing this one now. MRK. This is Merck. Merck is trading up a little bit. It looks like it closed at 43.33, traded up to around 45 in the pre-market. You'll see it right around here. Has started to pull back already. I don't think there's a lot of upside in Merck. 45.50, 45.75 make it. That's going to be the resistance point for Merck. I guess it could trade a little bit higher. It's a fairly strong gap, so you want to respect it. But and the stock's in an uptrend, but I'm not sure it's going to have all that much muscle to get through those levels today. So I wouldn't short the stock. I would just kind of leave it alone. I would not be chasing it up here. We'll leave it at that today. That's pretty much the earnings that I'm seeing of importance. I'm sure there's some out there that I'm missing, but during earnings season, we can't catch them all, so we can only catch a few. We'll see how this all plays out. A couple of things you need to know before we depart today is that I believe there's going to be a meeting at 1 o'clock today between Angela Merkel and French President Hollande. They discuss the Spanish bailout. I know right now Germany is opposed to Euro bonds, and that's the only way they could bail Spain out is to issue Euro bonds. So we'll see how that plays out. Very important to see what that comes out of. Also, China last night was the only index in Asia that did not rally, so it was only up 3 points. So again, be a little bit cautious on the Chinese ADRs today. They look a little bit tired. They may have put in some short-term highs yesterday, and the Shanghai not showing us any strength. If the U.S. markets retreat at all, the Chinese ADRs will be susceptible. So again, not a big deal at the moment, but let's see how this market rallies. So once again, just to reiterate, U.S. Second quarter GDP, I believe it was 1.5%, and we'll see how the markets are reacting. Right now, futures are up about 5.5 points. We'll leave it there, everyone. Have a great weekend. God bless, and we'll see you on Monday.